Hi, my name is Grace Becken, and today I'll be talking about why high school is not the best years of your life. High school is typically a 4-year span of life between being a kid and becoming an adult, in which you're expected to learn what you're going to do in the future, that you are going to meet friends, and you are going to start gaining independence. It's expected that you are going to make the changes that you want to happen in the future. You're going to start figuring out more things, and I think all of those are true. But I remember sitting in a middle school classroom, hearing from high school counselors talking about how high school is going to be the best years of your life, and that being optimistic, friendly, and enjoying your years is important. And I agree with those last 3 statements, that you should be optimistic, and you should be friendly to everyone to meet new friends, and you should enjoy your years. But it's not going to be the best years of your life. You're not going to peak in high school, most likely, and there's plenty of opportunities to grow after high school and learn new things after high school. I think flexibility is a huge part of high school. You shouldn't need to walk into high school knowing what you're going to do in life. You don't need to walk out of it with a diploma and know what you're going to do. You can try new things. You should be able to. You should be able to go for that mechanics class. You should be able to try that art class. It's a good time to find those new hobbies and interests and try classes related to them. It's good for career exploration. And even if you're just doing them for fun, you might find something that you could see yourself doing in the future. But it's not imperative that you walk in or walk out knowing what you are going to do. It can help connect you to social groups, however, especially with social media becoming more of a thing and finding that new opportunity to grow. With social media comes the unfortunate side of it, which is the social problems. Drama is a huge thing in high school. You're going to meet tons of new people and talk to new people in classes and clubs and groups. And some of them are going to be fantastic. You're going to be friends with them for a long time. Some you're going to meet, and they're not. You just don't fit right. And that's totally okay. But when you meet those people you don't fit right, or even the ones you do fit well with, drama can happen. And it's something that's expected in high school. And it's something that can make high school a little hard to cope with. I remember walking into high school and remembering the overwhelming dread of seeing that friend that I had a fight with yesterday, and all the drama that occurred with that, and having to deal with that. And that made high school kind of stressful, and it didn't make it as fun as it should have been. But it's something that's expected. As an adult, you won't necessarily face those same problems. Yeah, you'll still have issues with people, but you're not going to have to see them every day. And with becoming an adult, you have new ways to deal with frustration and ways to communicate better with them than maybe you do in high school. And that comes with independence as well. In high school, you want to be independent and self-sufficient. You don't want to have to go and ask a parent or a guardian or whoever lives with you that, hey, can I go to this, and you don't want to have to ask. I remember feeling anxious in high school and wanting to move on to the next thing. It's something that everyone faces, I would think. Because you've been in school for however many years. You've been in school for 8 years. You've done the same repeated motions. And you just want to move on and be an adult. I think it's important not to rush to the next thing, however. You don't want to rush your experiences. You don't want to do something adult necessarily. You might want to see more mature and act like an adult, but that doesn't mean you should. Most of the time, it's not going to be worth it when you do rush those experiences. And that can make high school, like I said, very difficult and overwhelming when you do. You still have responsibilities as a high school student. You have your classwork. You have, assignments and the social pressure of being a high schooler. And it can make it a hard couple of years, which is why I think it's not the best years. There's a lot of pressure on you to succeed and to find all the solutions to your problems, but you don't need to. And independence can really put some pressure on you to want to be an adult and to find those solutions right away. But that's not necessarily how it works. Independence can be something really frustrating, and a lot of it I dealt with too. That I wanted to go to that football game on a school night and stay out very late, but I had a test the next morning, and so I was told no. But as an adult, I get to do that if I want. It's something that you learn to figure out, and it's something to look forward to in the future. You may not get it right away, but in the future you will, and you'll get to make those decisions. So in high school, you don't get all the freedoms and all the independence, and you don't get all the flexibility you necessarily need or want. But you do get the decision on where you go in life. It's an intimidating statement that you will get to make the decision on where you go in life. You will get to make the decision on what job you want to apply for in the future. You get to make the decision on what you want to go to college for. It can make you worry. It can give you a stomachache for worrying so much. But it's something you don't have to worry about while in high school. You have plenty of time after high school to figure it out, no matter how many people tell you that you should start figuring out where you want to go in life. Don't worry about it. You have plenty of time to in the future. Live in the moment. Get over those little tussles with your friends and the ones you aren't friends with anymore. Grudges aren't fun, and they hurt. They are very, very heavy, and I know that. I was always had to remind myself to quack, quack, and let it roll off your back. Someone says something to you, it's not worth holding that against them. And if you can't let it roll off your back, if it hurts, if it just manifests, find a solution. That's a way. If you are getting anxious and want your independence, you can start finding solutions to some of your problems. You can start working through things in an adult manner with the person. There are plenty of solutions, and there are ways to make high school better. But I think it's very important to remember that high school is not the best years of your life, and there are plenty of other experiences to look forward to in the future.